and they were ready to go. But Kawhi's making it very clear he wants to leave, and there has to be a reason behind that. That's not just I want to play in a bigger market. I mean, that's got nothing to do with it. You live in Texas; it can't be a tax reason.
Right. I mean, some players it is. No, I mean, if he wants to...
I mean, clearly. I mean, look at Dwight Howard. He chose every team he's played for based on taxes.
That's true. He has. With the exception of the Magic. He just got lucky there.
Yeah, he got lucky there, and then he goes to Texas, and then he went to
L.A.,
and he was like, God, this is terrible.
Send me to Houston.
Yeah, I got to leave, and he goes to Texas and Houston.
And then I was like, Georgia. Georgia's good.
Yeah,
Property's cheap.
Fine. He's like, it's not Florida, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that line, the Florida-Georgia line, but no.
Wait a minute, they're a band?
Yeah. But no, I think there's got to be something bigger than...
We're being told?
Actually, I know that we don't talk much wrestling, but one of the issues that helped drive CM Punk out of wrestling was him losing his trust in the medical staff. And that's been this huge lawsuit now, which is over. But, I mean...
Could that be the possibility? Is that what you're asking?
Could it be because he just literally does not trust that the team is doing anything to keep him safe? If that is the case, then I understand it. But if it's just because he wants to get second opinions because he's not sure about it, well, then that's a little bit different. But if there's a genuine distrust that they're looking out for his safety and well-being, I understand it.
I can understand that too, but you did get outside consulting. You did get people
in New York.
Right, but you did seek out these other people, so that avenue is still available to you whether or not you trust those doctors or not.
Well, I'm wondering if the second opinion was you shouldn't trust anything they're telling you.
Okay, but I mean, then you still have that doctor.
Right.
If you're concerned about the things they're telling you. There's nobody that's going to know more about his body more than himself.
Right.
And if the doctor is going to give you an opinion and you don't trust the team doctor, you obviously have another avenue that you can go to explain what you're feeling with this other doctor if you're not going to trust that.
But if you have a contract that is contingent upon you playing and the team says, no, he's good to go, and another doctor that's not affiliated with the team says, no, he's not, the NBA is more than likely going to side with the NBA doctors, and that's going to cost him money.
I mean, you could look at it that way, but I mean, in the same sense, that comes down to, I mean, these people didn't get these jobs off of no credentials. They're not working here for no reason. It's not like there's been a string of rash injuries or re-injuries in San Antonio. Yeah, there have been people that are getting injured. That's because most of their stars were like 40.
What are you talking about? Every season, Kawhi has broken his back carrying that team to the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? LeBron James did that too in Cleveland for 82 games. And all of the playoff series where he came out, maybe for a minute or two?
2 minutes, yeah.
I mean, so what do you want to be compared to here? Do you want to be known as the guy that breaks himself constantly, or do you want to be known as the guy that carries the load? What do you want your legacy to be?
Well, that's what we got to find out. That's what we're waiting for.
I mean, we'll see where he goes right now, but I have a lot more questions of what happened in that San Antonio situation versus just he wants to leave for a bigger market. There's something else there, and I'm not being told what it is, and I'm not surprised that because for, existence, San Antonio's been a very closed organization.
Yeah, very much so.
We're probably not going to get that coming out because they're not a bad publicity team. They're almost the polar opposites of Cuban running the Mavericks.
Although, I mean, Cuban's a fun owner, though.
He's entertaining.
Yes, he is.
But so can the president be at times.
Oh, my God. Yeah, by the way, Dan D'Antoni Sports has officially decided that all four of us are going to join the Space Force.
We're not even talking about this. I can talk more about Kawhi, but I really don't have anything more to say. I just want to see how this plays out. Because I think how it plays out will tell me more of what happened.
Space Force. Okay. So we've talked about the four teams in the quote-unquote big market. I mean, obviously the big markets, the two biggest cities in the country. But I came up with, really, I was only able to come up with 4 teams that I feel like fit his criteria that he would fit in. I don't think he fits very well with the Nets at all. I feel like that is a big problem.
Clippers are obviously one.
Well, I don't have the Clippers on here because...
Okay. So this is a list of others.
Right, others. The Knicks could work. Most likely, they'd have to give up Frank Ntilikina and a draft pick.
At very least.
Yeah, which... I mean, depending on what the Spurs would want, this 9th overall draft pick with Frank Ntilikina from last year could be enough to entice them because Ntilikina, as Dan O'Shea keeps pointing out, he's growing, he's maturing, he's getting bigger, he's taller. Okay, so
he's not growing anymore.
Well, he's taller.
What? How is that happening?
He grew inches, like not like a quarter of inches, multiple.
He's going to be.
He's only 19.
Yeah, I hope test positive for something.
Test positive. Giraffe.
Yeah. How are you using growth hormone?
Yeah, something like that. So I think the Knicks, as a Knicks fan, I would love to see him playing alongside Kristaps Porzingis, Enes Kanter, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Courtney Lee. That would be ideal.
Yeah, as a Knicks watcher, yeah, it would. And it would be ideal for the Knicks fan base. They finally know that they have something they can get behind, somebody that's won something.
Right. Yeah.
So I get that, yeah. Okay.
It kind of started that way last season, but, you know.
I mean, the Knicks have Kristaps Porzingis, they have Tim Hardaway Jr., and they have Enes Kanter, which are all 3 very solid pieces. Not great, solid.
Yeah, but the Knicks make stupid decisions like Joakim Noah and Derrick Rose.
I mean, the Derrick Rose thing, I don't think was that stupid of a decision. It was a 1-year contract.
No, that was obviously it was a better situation than Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah might get traded this season.
To who?
I saw...
Barcelona?
No.
Because who wants him in the league?
Brooklyn.
That's the only team that he'd be an improvement on.
No.
I saw...
That's including if he doesn't come off the bench.
I saw an article about best trades that could possibly happen involving Joakim Noah. And the most likely one was sending him to Cleveland. And it was a 3-team trade. It was the Knicks, Cleveland, and the Bulls, I think. The Knicks somehow got Lauri Markkanen, Joakim Noah, and I think it was Ron Baker went to Cleveland, and I think the Bulls just got a pick. Or 2 picks. A pick from each or something like that. It's not going to happen.
And then Joakim Noah's released?
No. Joakim Noah and Ron Baker go to Cleveland.
Yeah, I know. And then Joakim Noah is released.
Probably.
Again, Joakim Noah is not playing. Do we have any disillusion that this guy is going to be playing again?
Well, I mean, it depends on how he feels about the team now that... And Dan O'Shea pointed this out, too. Now that Hornacek isn't the coach. How is he going to respond to Fizdale? Because even though he wasn't great...
Yes, but the dude's not on the court.
Right. That's what we're saying.
You haven't played basketball in how long, dude?
Almost a year now.
Yeah, that's a problem to me.
Yeah. So the question is, will he be mentally right to get back on the court? And he's already under contract. Might as well have him on the court. And if he can't do it, then release him.
Yeah, I guess you don't give up on it right now because you spent all this money to be in this
You're paying
situation anyhow, so yeah.
Yeah, so...
So what are these other teams?
The next one, the Celtics. It could work. You'd probably have to give up Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, you're going to have to... Yeah, and you're going to be... That's going to be a lot of money. But you'd have to give up either Kyrie or Gordon.
Potentially. The other piece to that was the Brooklyn Nets pick that they have control of. So,
yeah.
Kawhi for a pick and Kyrie. I can see that happening.
Yeah, I just don't know that Boston will do it because of how close they were not having Kyrie and not having Gordon. They could have beaten LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals without them.
Here's why the Celtics, I think, would definitely push for it. If you don't have Kyrie or Gordon Hayward and you get that close, if you have someone who can play defense on LeBron, you win that series. And Kawhi can cover LeBron.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So maybe that's fresh in their mind, and they realize they need defense, and that's what leads them to actually push through that trade. The next team, the Lakers, they probably have to give up Ingram and Lonzo.
That'll go over swimmingly in the Ball family.
I mean, you could spin it if you're LeVar. You could spin it as, my son gets to play with the legendary Coach Popovich.
He's not going to spin it that way. He's going to try and coach San Antonio.
He is.
You think that San Antonio, as a franchise, is going to want that basket of marbles?
No. Nope.
Yeah,
No.
you can eliminate that one right there.
Yeah, most likely. I think Kawhi with Ingram and Lonzo is completely different.
If I was doing it, I would try and get Ingram and the other rookie they have.
Kuzma?
Yeah. If I was doing it.
Maybe.
That's what I would do. Because I do not want the headache that is anything having to do with the Ball family.
Well, the one piece that the Lakers had that they really could have used
and
as...
furthermore, they can't make the trade because they're not going to get his brother. And doesn't he have to go somewhere that somebody's going to get his brother? Isn't that what Ball said?
I think he doesn't run Lonzo's life.
I understand, but I'm just saying, he said that the other Ball has to go there. You're basically telling another team they have to draft a player who's literally undraftable.
Right.
There's a white kid from Shenandoah who's getting drafted in this first round.
Which, by the way, Kevin Huerter. Congratulations, man. Good luck. Kid from Shen, played at Maryland. I think probably could have benefited from staying at Maryland one more year.
He could have.
Would have been a lottery pick, probably.
Yeah, they said that he probably would have been a top 10 at that point.
Yeah.
But, I understand his reason for wanting to leave right now.
But good for you, and you do you, man.
Yeah, no, all support for local. That's fine.
Absolutely.
Who's this last one? Because that Lonzo's bullshit.
Really quickly, I just want to go back. I think the Lakers really screwed themselves in retrospect because if you hold out a better trade package, would be Ingram and Clarkson and a pick. If they still had Clarkson and not traded him to the Cavaliers,
yeah, maybe.
I think that would have been stronger and would have helped San Antonio, would have helped the Lakers. But then there's the argument, why would the Spurs help out their biggest rival of the last decade?
Their biggest rivals and going anywhere quickly? They're getting Paul George, apparently. So.
And LeBron and, everyone else.
LeBron's not going into the West. It's not happening.
And then the last one, the best fit, I think, would be the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'll take him.
Big market, gets what he wants. He'll get to play with Joel Embiid. He will get to play with Ben Simmons. And they'd probably really only have to give up Covington, Saric, and a pick.
Yeah.
And Covington, they've been looking to shop, it seems.
Yeah, I can see that being the case.
Yeah, so...
Philly's going to make a push for probably LeBron or Kawhi right now. That's what they're going to do.
Honestly, I can see him making a push for both. One's a free agent, the other get by trade.
That's almost trying to come up with a team that could potentially be good enough to derail Golden State.
Well, with just LeBron, it's good enough to potentially derail.
Right, but you put Kawhi on that team, that's looking to not only beat Golden State, that's looking to take it to Golden State.
Right.
Because, okay, you've got Iguodala who will guard LeBron, assuming that he continues to play at the level he does. But who are you getting? First of all, in that equation, who the hell are you putting on Embiid? You're putting Draymond on him? Because Embiid's got a foot on Draymond.
No, I think Embiid at that point, you'd have to have on defense Durant play low.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But in that being the case, you're not going to have Ben Simmons getting stopped by... Ben Simmons would probably have to be played by either Draymond or by Klay Thompson because there's no way that Curry's going to be able to guard him.
Yeah, so it would probably be... he doesn't have a jump...
To have somebody guard Kawhi on top of that.
Well, so he doesn't have a jumper, so I think Curry on Simmons could work.
Could you imagine the fifth man on each team like going to meet each other beforehand and be like, dude, we are definitely the shittiest players on this team, on this